Hey guys, this is Matt Barge. This is my week 1 video for Collab Canvas. Got my application pulled up here. I'm gonna go ahead and sign in. Boom, we're into the application. So this is my Collab Canvas. And you'll notice a bunch of things. So there's a toolbar on the left, and we can do all kinds of things, create a rectangle. We can duplicate that rectangle if we want. We've got current logged in user in here. So this is a real-time collaboration tool. So you'll notice I'm logged into an incognito window over here, and you can see my cursor is annotated on the screen. So that's a different user on the screen. And I also want to point out the AI agent feature. So if we wanted to create a square and ask the chat to do it for us, boom, there it is. It was awesome. It also works for audio. So I implemented audio. Oh, I'm going to go ahead and allow it. Create a square. Boom, there we go. Awesome. So we got so many options on the left in this toolbar. You know, we can duplicate items, we can align them. So if we wanted to, let's say, align these items, we could do that. Boom. I'm gonna go ahead and close this feature here. So this is my Collab Canvas application. Check it out. And I also want to talk about the cursor project. So I want to tell you a little bit about my workflow, and my process. So I really believe in a number of things. One is organized project, lots of documentation. And I also built a prompt generation structure and kind of an organized workflow. So I like to, for my development, in order to keep quality high and keep speed up and make sure things are organized, is that I follow a super module format and super phases, which are, I take coding work and I break it into plan, build, and reflect. And each one of those has 3 phases inside of it. So for instance, plan includes start, where we take all the dev requirements and break them into smaller pieces. And then plan, which is more of a concrete plan of how we're going to do all that, and design. So I want to show you, here's my cursor project, and I've got all of my literal prompts in here. So if I wanted to start a new phase, I've got this literal prompt that I take and I give it to cursor, and that connects with a system prompt for phase starting, which gives it a rubric to follow for how do you start a phase. So it's all this stuff. So the output of that is here, which is every phase that it goes through, it spits out a report. And this is what I look at before I start the next phase. So this is my start phase. This is plans. This is the concrete plan for developing that. And then here is the design. What I liked about this is it kind of helps cursor flesh out, in my mind, all the requirements that are needed to implement that super module. It also gives me a report to know what's coming next, and also to cross-reference if something goes wrong. And so, the biggest things that I learned during this week were, bundling things in a super module. Actually, the first thing that happens, I actually built 15 modules, and that's way too many modules, so I started condensing those into super modules, which include 4 to 5 modules, and that worked really great. And then secondly was condensing my phases. Initially I had 8 phases, and I condensed those into 3 overall phases: plan, build, and reflect. And yeah, this is my first time implementing an agent. I'm really excited about this feature, and I think there's so much that we can do with it. And I also learned so many things in implementing this project. I think some things carry over from regular development by hand, which is creating separate branches, workflows for everything, and keeping everything kind of separated and segregated. But I also think that the more experience I got with AI, the more clear it was that AI could really handle a lot of information, that I could handle it, and it could work out and avoid conflicts and avoid kind of issues involved in implementing multiple features at the same time. So I had a lot of fun implementing this project. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll talk to you soon.